In the first quarter of 2027, Nvidia reported revenue of $81.6 billion. But behind that figure, CEO Jensen Huang was shifting the company's focus toward a $43 billion startup investment portfolio. This chart tracks the value of Nvidia's holdings in private companies, their non-marketable equity securities. In a single quarter, that portfolio nearly doubled, fueled by $18.5 billion in new purchases. That is a 28-fold increase in spending compared to the previous 3 months. For the last 3 years, the AI boom was a gold rush for raw computing power. To participate, every major model maker had to source their hardware from a single provider, Nvidia. But the hardware market is beginning to cool. Large tech firms are entering a digestion phase for their existing infrastructure, and Nvidia's own quarter-over-quarter revenue growth is projected to slow from 20% to 12%. Hardware sales alone cannot sustain this growth. To maintain its position, Nvidia is building a vertically integrated system where the most promising startups are financially and technically tied to their specific silicon architecture. This cycle creates a closed financial loop. Nvidia provides the capital that startups use to buy Nvidia chips. This secures demand for GPUs and gives Nvidia early visibility into the software roadmaps of its customers. Rivals are attempting to break this cycle. AMD is launching a high-end local compute counteroffensive with its Ryzen AI Halo PC, priced at $3,999. This comparison shows the technical gap AMD is targeting. Their system features 192 gigabytes of unified memory, allowing researchers to run large language models locally rather than relying on expensive, locked-down cloud services. Despite the cost advantage, AMD faces a significant software barrier. Nvidia has spent a decade optimizing tools like QDNN and TensorRT, making their platform the default environment for nearly all AI development frameworks. While AMD competes on hardware price, Nvidia is securing the future of the market. By taking equity stakes in the next generation of AI firms, they ensure those companies are built from the ground up on Nvidia-specific architecture. The layers of this ecosystem extend beyond chips and into the developer tools themselves. In May 2026, the hacking group Team PCP targeted the software scaffolding of the industry. By poisoning a Visual Studio Code extension, attackers gained access to a developer's workstation. From there, they exfiltrated 3,800 internal repositories directly from GitHub. Microsoft responded by providing 2 open-source tools, Rampart and Clarity. These standardize security testing for autonomous AI agents currently built by thousands of startups. This visualization shows Rampart integrated into a standard build pipeline. It automatically simulates adversarial attacks, identifying vulnerabilities like prompt injection or data poisoning before the agent is ever deployed to production. By providing the industry's security standard for free, Microsoft ensures that the most secure AI agents are built using Azure and GitHub. This builds a moat around their developer tools that competitors struggle to bridge. Google is executing a similar strategy at the consumer level. At the 2026 I/O conference, the company demonstrated how Gemini 3.5 Flash is being embedded into every facet of its product lineup. They introduced Gemini Omni, a multimodal model capable of processing text, audio, and video simultaneously. Google is weaving this intelligence into Workspace, YouTube, and a new pair of smart glasses developed with Samsung. To connect these devices, Android 17 features continue on. It allows a user to start a document or a search on a phone and immediately pick up that same activity on a tablet. This feature utilizes the same ecosystem logic as the handoff protocol Apple has used to bridge its devices since 2014. Google is adopting the mechanics of its rival to increase the friction of leaving its own hardware family. The goal is a state of total interdependence. Google is making the Android ecosystem so AI-reliant that moving to a different platform would essentially break a user's daily digital workflow. The landscape of 2026 shows a clear trend. The era of open innovation is being replaced by vertically integrated tech stacks. This competition provides consumers with faster models and cheaper hardware in the short term. However, it also fragments the industry into isolated territories that do not easily communicate with one another. Choosing a developer tool or a mobile device now involves a long-term commitment to a specific, high-stakes AI infrastructure. Success in this market is no longer defined by who has the fastest processor. The ultimate winner will be the company that builds the most secure and inescapable walled garden.